Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Cloudy with a Chance of Sprinkles. Today I am showing you guys how I made this super fun Christmas Lambeth cake. Even if it's not Christmas season, there's a lot of awesome piping tips in here that you will see. I started out with a crumb coated cake. This is a 6-inch round. I crumb coated in white and pink because apparently pink is what I had on hand. And sometimes that's nice because if you have a color that's not white underneath, you can see if you have enough frosting on your outer layer. So what I'm doing right here is putting on that outer layer, and then we'll go and smooth it out. So now I'm just going to take a smooth scraper. Mine's from New York Cake. It's really tall, so that if I have tall cakes, it's really, really nice. Then I'm just gonna swipe a few times, moving the turntable. And then if there's any holes that are still in there, I can go back and fill those in with buttercream and re-smooth. Be patient, this process does take a little while to get a really smooth finish on your cake. Now I'm gonna take my stripe cake scraper, also from New York Cake, to scrape some stripes into my layer of white buttercream here. I'm just deciding here which size stripe I want to do. Ended up going with the larger stripes, and then you just take that and you scrape it alongside just like you do with a smooth scraper, and then you'll start making these striped indents onto your cake. And so you'll be left with some white stripes, and then you'll have some spaces to fill in for the next color that you choose to do. Just like with the smooth layer, this does take some time to get those stripes going. It's definitely a process. Anything with the decorating with buttercream is a process. Now that I'm all done scraping those stripes, whatever they are, into the buttercream, I'm just going to smooth out the top. I smoothed out the top just because I figured I would take the other color all the way to the top of the cake, and then I am just taking my offset spatula to level out the buttercream that came over the top of the cake so that it's nice and smooth on the top. And then now in the indents that you made with the stripe comb, I'm going in with some pink icing, and I'm just filling in those spots there. It is going to overflow just a touch, but that's okay. We're just going to scrape our buttercream over and over and over again until we reveal the pretty stripes. You can see as I keep scraping with a smooth scraper that the stripes are starting to appear, but it does take definitely some patience here. You do want to make sure that your first layer of stripes were chilled a little bit. Mine were chilled kind of a lot, and since I'm working with Swiss meringue buttercream here, I was getting some odd textures, but it ended up working out just fine in the end. I revealed some stripes, and anything that was not totally perfect was covered by all of the piping that you put on a Lambeth. Now, once I got the stripes all done, I was ready to do some decorations. So here I'm just taking a circle cutter, I think it's about 2.5 inches, and I'm using like half of it to make these little half circle patterns around the top of the cake. These are where I'll pipe on some pretty swags. I'm gonna do that here in blue buttercream. This is my first Lambeth, so I was just practicing it here, but I need to turn the camera to show you. I was very excited about how well this piping tip worked and how well I could actually pipe out on a semicircle pattern. Next, for the base of the cake, I'm taking a 1M piping tip. I've got my green in there. I absolutely love this neon green. It's by Chef Master. It's amazing. I feel like a lot of companies are like, this is neon green. I'm like, no, this is neon green. But I pipe a nice little border with my 1M piping tip all the way around. And then I've got a 6B or a 4B going on here. And then I'm going to make quite the border at the bottom. I'm piping some at the top. That's where I'm going to put some other decorations. But from here, it's just a fun little piping game. Just pipe your little heart out for Lambeth cakes. It's super fun. Okay, this part is super fun. I did 2 different piping tips in green at the bottom, and then I went in between the greens with that blue, and I just think it made a really cool effect. I don't know much about Lambeth, but I think this looked pretty awesome. Not that I made it up by any means. I saw lots of inspiration online before attempting this, but kind of obsessed with how that turned out. And then I'm using a 4B to pipe on some cute little Christmas trees because these are not Christmas colors, and I had to make this Christmas in some sort of way. Alright, now it's time for the finishing touches on this cake. Sprinkles always. The colors were actually completely inspired by this sprinkle medley that I got from Sweetopolita, of course. I can link it down below for you guys. Even if you don't need Christmas sprinkles anymore, sprinkles are always fun. But I'm just taking some stars to put on the tree, and then putting some little fondant snowflakes on for accents, and then we'll sprinkle up the bottom and all sorts of good things. So we just need lots of sprinkles because why not? It makes it so much fun. Okay, now these little truffles, I don't even know how to pronounce them. Raffaellos, I don't know. But they are from Ferrero Rocher. Not that I can even say that well, but they're coconut, and they are so good, and it works so well because inside of this cake it's a coconut cake and like a mango curd. Oh, it's delicious. But yeah, these coconut truffles are a game changer. You can find like during the holidays, they're in packs of like regular Ferrero Rochers and then dark chocolate ones and then these coconut ones. Oh, and they are so delicious. So those of course needed to go on top because they kind of look like snowballs. And then of course I have more piping to do because it's a Lambeth cake, and as much piping as you can fit on is good. Try to get all that piping on. And then of course we need to put some more piping on the top to really finish it off. And once we're done placing all the beautiful sprinkles on, we are going to spray this cake in some diamond dust by the Sugar Art so that it is sparkly, because who wouldn't want a sparkly Christmas Lambeth cake? So much fun. Thank you guys for watching. I had so much fun making this cake. This was seriously a proud caking moment for me. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below and tell me what your favorite part of this cake was. And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you see all the fun decorating I do in this upcoming year.